This Friday, we are going to get a close look at the one fighter Canelo Alvarez fears, Christian Mbilli, when he fights once again on ESPN+. Let's talk about this fighter and why Canelo fears Mbilli. Entering the ring with a record that stands out as 24-0 with 20 KOs, Christian Mbilli, who is fighting out of France but from Cameroon, is a super middleweight contender that is flying under the radar but is about as dangerous a super middleweight as you can see or find in the sport of boxing. Bringing youth, vigor, and an ambition to be world champion, Mbilli is a fighter that is very formidable. And at the age of 28, this orthodox fighter, who stands 5'8.5" with a 72-inch reach, is starting to make rumbles. He's the type of fighter that you've seen before. He's a little bit old school in his approach. And Canelo Alvarez and his people have been keeping a close eye on this fighter. He is definitely not a fighter that they really want to face at this time. One of the reasons why is Mbilli fights like Canelo, to put it frankly, succinctly, and he's far younger, closer in size, but is a powerful guy. And he brings with him a specific tenacious quality when he battles. He can take a shot, and he loves to place shots. He is definitely an aggressive fighter that goes in and puts everything on the line. Even when he has taken the impact of a shot clean, he has shown a resiliency to be able to stand tall in the pocket and fight back. His nickname, Solid, basically solid as a rock, is what he brings to the ring. And Mbilli enjoys the battle. He loves being in the thick of battle. He does not shy away from contact. He looks to be aggressive, and he looks to impose or inflict punishment on his opponents, just as Carlos Gongora, who is now 21-1 as a result of their fight that took place in March of this year. Mbilli also is an enduring, well-conditioned fighter who carries his power from the first to the last bell of a fight. Against Gongora, he had to pull out all of the stops where a fighter being questioned about, do you really want something? Those questions against Gongora were answered. He fought the type of battle against Gongora where he had to dig deep and show the fact that his desire and his will were on par with his physical capabilities. there is no longer a question of that. But because he's a foreigner, and because the sanctioning bodies do funny tricks with the ratings, there are some fighters you hear about, just like Dave Morrell or even David Benavidez, and then there are the others that you do not hear about, like Mbilli. Mbilli is a strong fighter. He throws powerful shots, and one of his go-to attributes is simply the very power that he brings to each and every fight. His power is the type of power that breaks you down, busts you up, and makes you weary. Gongora, who took hellacious shots from Mbilli, was teetering and rocking on the cusp of being stopped when they were battling. But he showed a resiliency that many didn't know he had. But because of the battle with Mbilli, a lot was taken out of Gongora. Mbilli, on the other hand, is bouncing back to face another challenge when he faces Demon Nicholson, and that's this coming Friday, September 8th, and it'll be broadcast on ESPN+. I'm looking forward to this new outing for Mbilli because Mbilli is a strong fighter. The match will be held for the WBC Continental America's super middleweight title, which means that's a check mark for Mbilli under the WBC to become a #1 contender for Canelo's WBC title. But again, like I said, the sanctioning bodies pull many tricks as they shuffle the deck. Certain fighters don't get consideration simply because of the threat. This fighter, being from a place where people don't recognize the fighters, France, and being from Cameroon as a native, the respect simply isn't there. However, when you see him perform in the ring, you know why there are other fighters who don't mention him. You're talking about the likes of Morrell, you're talking about the likes of Benavidez, and even Demetrius Andrade. None of those fighters would want to face this particular contender, and I can tell you why. He's a champion waiting in the wings. But what do you think? Tune in and check him out. This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know after you watch the fight what you think of Christian and Billy. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.